I really need this coffee right now. It is late. It is currently 11:21 p.m. and you know that's late for me. On days like these, I usually go to sleep like at 9 p.m. I just got home. I'm a little tired, but I really wanted to record this video, so we are going to record it. Every other video that I've recorded, it's been in the daytime, and I use daylight, but we don't have that today. So I really do hope that the lighting doesn't come out too terrible, but I'm trying, and we gotta deal with it. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Angie. I feel like I haven't recorded a video in a minute and I've missed this. It's crazy because I mentioned it in like my very first video that I would have never thought in a million years that I would record myself and put it on YouTube. Especially because I've always been the type of person that has dealt with fear and anxiety, and I would let those emotions consume me for years. Growing up, I was the type of person that I was very outgoing. I was very talkative, and I wasn't afraid of stating my opinion, saying the truth, telling people how I felt. But then something happened. A mixture of things happened consecutively that made me shut down completely. I put up this wall. I became a shy, quiet girl, and if you would even tell me hi, I would turn as red as a tomato. But if you knew me, you knew me. I wanted to dedicate this video to anxiety and fear, how to overcome it, how to deal with it, how to control it. Today I had a mini panic attack. I experienced some anxiety. So why not talk about it? Let's get to it. So fear and anxiety are two different things. Yes, they can occur together, but the feeling of it, the knowledge of it, where it stems from, differs for both. A major similarity between them is that it affects the way that we live our life. Fear and anxiety is not necessarily bad. It's there to keep us safe. But sometimes we do need to tell it to chill for a bit. If you tweak the way you're coping with it, then you can definitely lower your fear and anxiety. I know it may sound cliche, but face your fears. You can't let it stop you from doing anything. You have to do it before you even think about it. Once you start facing your fears more often, your anxiety levels will go down. You'll start to realize that it wasn't that bad, and you understand that it is just a temporary feeling. You have to be willing to be uncomfortable. I have a question, and I hope you have an answer. Have you ever felt like you couldn't decide for the life of you? Or you can never start something new? You delay because you're waiting for perfection? You set these standards that are way too high. By doing this, by feeling like this, you develop this lack of control in your life. And that spirals your fear and your anxiety further. Face your fears. Take control of your life. Be in control. And the second tip that I have for you guys is to change your body language. When you're fearful, when you feel anxiety, have you ever noticed that your body seems to act differently? You get tense, your breathing starts to speed up, you sweat, you can't concentrate, you may feel dizzy or weak. When this happens, no matter how hard it is, make your body do the complete opposite. Stand up straight, splash some water on your face if you have to, and breathe. You have to learn how to control your breathing. There's so many relaxation techniques or deep breathing exercises that you can practice and adopt. I know when you are in the moment, it is going to be so hard, But that's when you have to practice. And that's when you have to put it in place then and there. Your mind and body have a lot in correlation. So by changing the way your body is, changing your body language, you will rewire your mind. And then you're going to be like, I'm not afraid. I do not feel anxiety right now. Then you have to change your mentality, your thought process. What are you telling yourself? Most fear is bad judgment of our own mental faculties. I always had this fear of being alone in public spaces. I couldn't even be left in the car alone because then I felt like someone was going to harm me. I would start playing all these what if scenarios. And when you're fearful, you start asking yourself what if questions that lead to negative statements. Whatever scenario you are in, you are most likely being negative and harsh to yourself. You're most likely being mean to yourself. Let's take my example of having anxiety every time I am out in public places alone. What if you had a friend tell you, oh, you can't go out alone. You have to go with someone every single time you want to go run an errand. If not, something's going to happen to you. Someone is going to harm you. Or let's say you wanted to accomplish something. You had that same friend tell you, you're not good enough. You aren't going to do it. You're going to fail. No one likes you. I'm sure at some point in your life, you're going to step back and think to yourself, why do I have this person in my life? You're going to cut them off, most likely unfriend them, and you are going to be like, I don't need them. Guess what? You are that person to yourself. Only worse because you're with yourself 24/7. You have to be kind to yourself. Don't treat yourself badly. You have to change all of your negative thoughts to positive ones. Focus on the amazing outcomes. And forgive yourself for any wrongdoings or mistakes. You are in control of your state and emotions. Yes, they can occur unexpectedly, but you are in control. You will master your mind when you begin having positive thoughts. And I think that is very empowering. If you feel like absolutely nothing works or helps, you have tried all of my tips, but no results, then consider getting a therapist. I know that there are a lot of people who are kind of standoffish about the idea of it. I was raised with the idea of, oh, you can't talk to someone about the way you feel because then they're going to think that you're crazy and they're going to lock you up. But I can tell you that that is not the case. There are so many therapists out there. Good ones and not so good ones. But that goes with every profession. You have to search for someone who you are comfortable with. If you feel unsafe, uncomfortable with a particular therapist, then you can change therapists. You are not stuck with that person. And then once you finally find someone, then you're set. I had a therapist for a really long time, and it helped me a lot. It was a space where I could perfect all of my techniques, learn more techniques, and I never felt like I was being judged. I never felt like they were giving me a biased opinion. Well, fear and anxiety are emotions, therefore you're bound to feel them. Obviously, the intensity of it varies from person to person. I still feel fear, I still feel anxiety, but I know that together we can overcome and diminish it. I don't want you to ever feel like you are alone, because you are not. If you ever need someone to talk to, I am here. Just reach out to me. Maybe my tips help, maybe someone else's tips help. I just feel like we need to talk about it and share our experiences, share how we overcome it, because not only does it help us, but it helps everyone else who's struggling with it. And thank you so much for tuning in. You know it means a lot to me. If you haven't already, don't forget to share, like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, nothing is permanent in this wicked world. Not even our troubles. I'll see you all in the next video.